Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going through some of my equipment, messing around with Altoids tins, and I was looking to get something going for my car. So I went into my collection of Swiss Army knives to see what was going to work, and I had forgotten that I got this a couple years ago in a thrift store. And since I have brand loyalty to Victorinox, I was hesitant, but it's a special issue. I could tell it was a special issue because of that crest. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy this. And this turns out to be, I probably had this, who knows, 3 years. It's a Wenger Dynasty. And the model is a Galahad, and the Galahad has the locking blade. It only has a single locking blade. And you can't really see it, but there's a little tiny cam inside there. So it's got some special features, and I pick it up, and it doesn't have the toothpicks and the tweezers because it has aluminum scales. And I'll tell you what, I saw some videos because when I was researching this, what the heck is this? I went into other guys' videos and the scales were all, the black was worn off. These are aluminum and it's got a little bit of heft. It's 3 ounces, which for me, to tell you the truth, I'm not really thrilled. An ordinary, a 2-layer is 2 ounces. A 4-layer is about 3.5 ounces, and then this 3-layer is 2. It just no, the 3-layer, this is 3 ounces, 3 versus 2. It makes a difference. But then I remembered some things, because if you can see, it's a little tiny bit shorter. It's built on a tourist frame, and if you do have an Altoids tin handy, not filled with junk, the tourist frame fits in the Altoids tin. Whereas this one, now watch this make a liar out of me because it looks like it's gonna fit. It does fit. Huh. Okay. Alright, what I wanted to do was use this tin, this 3.5 ounce tin here. And let's see, watch this make a liar out of me too. Okay, that doesn't fit. That does fit. So, now the thing about the tourist is, at one time, it was, obviously it's a little tiny bit smaller, but the main blade is smaller, and at one time, depending on what country you were in, they made a big hassle about blade size. So that's my reasoning for why this still has a little bit of oil on it. That's my reasoning for why it was like it was. What difference does it make if it's a 1/2 inch or shorter, right? So this one, all right, I made a fool out of myself with the Altoids tin, but we'll go ahead. Now for a car kit, I was going to make a kit for the car. These work a lot better. The things that your blood testing kits come in. These little soft pouches. And if you have high blood sugar, you got a lot of these. So moving on, what does it have? And why is it so good to have in a car? All of these, they all have the awl. And I'll tell you, ever since I got my first Swiss Army knife, which was a Victorinox Spartan, I liked the tools a lot better. I thought the tools were better. This is just, there's no sewing hole. You know, but if you're ever in a situation where you're going to use these things, a tire plug kit, if you have a nail in your tire or a screw, and then you take that out, all you have is a little tiny hole. You have to ream the hole out. So this is perfect for that. And these things work. As you can see, I've already used this one. I don't know where the reaming tool is on these, but I mean, you have to be a little bit aggressive too. I mean, you have to be a little bit aggressive to get this sucker in there and then get it out and then leave the plug in. These things work. So it's got the awl, which I'm not too crazy about. Got your corkscrew, and it doesn't have the little tiny hole there that some people put a straight pin in. Not only, because it doesn't have the toothpick and the tweezers, because I think it would take another machining step. I think that the regular Swiss Army knife, it only has that little hole. It's probably because of some sort of thing that has to do with how the manufacturing process. That's all I can think about. And then if you're gonna have an Altoids tin and you're gonna have these in it, it's like I kind of can't see why, because you should be carrying this. I'm going to be carrying this as a pocket knife anyway. I'm not going to actually the 3-layer. I'm not going to carry as a pocket knife. It's too bulky. All right, but I really do like having the scissors. Scissors are good, and I never, as all the Swiss Army knives that I had, I've never had that little tiny one, the little tiny keyring one that has scissors. And I'll tell you what, I really like having scissors. Now, not only does it just have the locking blade, it only has one main blade, and I can see the logic behind that. Just a single main blade, and the locking mechanism really easy to work. And instead of having a small blade, it has a nail file type thing, which I've had better nail files. Here's a little, like a single layer, and in order to pack on more tools, they have blades on each side. So it's got a little tiny penknife blade on this little tiny one, and on the other side it's got the nail file. That's a good nail file. This is why I keep this by my computer desk. That's a Wenger too. And what else do we have? Ordinary flat screwdriver, and this is a little bit tight. I mean, this was made back in the 80s, and I think the fit and finish, because it being a special issue, they really went they went the extra mile, right? This has a little finger notch there to get the awl out. This ordinary, this everything, right? That's on everything, this little flat tip screwdriver. But the can opener is hard to get out. And it's the claw type. Now, what I always liked about the Wengers, the Victorinox, this little tiny screwdriver at the end is perfect for the screws on the back of like a tower computer. The little Phillips head screws. This is good for that. So, but I'm glad I got this. I looked online, and this is probably worth between 100 and 125. And I probably use these claw type can openers, but I don't think I've used the claw type one in a long time. Does this have anything else on it? No. Scissors, screwdriver, can opener, main blade, the only blade, and the nail file. I wonder if they could have done something else with this nail file. No, you can't put like a blade on it. Maybe that would do double duty in a small Phillips head screw. But yeah, no, I mean, and for these the tire plug kits, you need some. You gotta have to ream that out. So that's some of my stuff. I'm gonna get going on this kit here. I still have plenty of real estate left over. I just got to decide if I want to use the soft pouch instead for the car kit. All right, Tommy here, and thanks for stopping by, and like and subscribe, and comment if you liked the video, and comment if you didn't like the video. Tommy out.